All right, this weekend he's returning to the ring for WrestleMania 40.
But first, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sat down with co-host of Fox & Friends Weekend, Will Kane.
Will Kane joins us live.
Yeah, and I'll be going to WrestleMania on Sunday. I was really excited when The Rock reached out. He wanted to do Fox & Friends, and he's a fascinating guy. By the way, hour of which is on the Will Kane show today. Fascinating conversation. Went way over our time budget. We talked about life, legacy. We talked about wrestling, him turning heel. But he told me, look, Will, I'm an independent. And he made an endorsement. Politically, he said, I'm an independent. He made an endorsement in 2020, and everybody remembers. And that's one of the things I wanted to ask him about. How do you feel about that endorsement? How do you feel about America? Here's what he had to say. So I want to ask you this. What is it that you believe that is important to you no matter its popularity?
To be real and to be direct and to be open and to be transparent. And as you and I have talked about, if you ask me a direct question, I'm always going to give you a direct answer, whatever it is. And that's important to me. And authenticity, we hear that word a lot. But that's important to me. And I feel like, and I mean, we could go down the well here, but there's, in today's easy cancel culture world and cancel culture, woke culture, this culture, that culture, division, etc., that really bugs me. And in the spirit of that, you either succumb and be what you think other people want you to be, or you go, well, no, that's not who I am. I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to be real. If you ask me something, a real answer is important, and the truthful answer is important, and that may get people upset, it may piss people off, and that's okay. But it took me some time to recognize that. At first, I was, in a way, adverse to fame, and I didn't understand the power of it, how it could swing both ways. And finally, as I got down the road a little bit and started achieving some notoriety, a little bit of success here and there, I start to realize, oh man, this is a superpower. The fame is a superpower when used correctly, I believe, when you can use it to influence people and also use it to influence other people in terms of, again, being direct and being honest.
So let's be direct, let's be honest. There was a time that you used your fame, and it was a time that not everybody was happy. And that was a few years ago.
That's right.
And you made a very big point. You said, I've never done this before.
I have never publicly endorsed a presidential candidate or a vice presidential candidate. So I figured let's kick this conversation off this way by me officially publicly endorsing you both.
Are you happy that you made that endorsement in 2020? Are you happy with the state of America?
Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. Do I believe we're going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. The endorsement that I made years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at that time. And I thought back then, when we talk about, hey, you know, I'm in this position where I have some influence, and it's my job then. I felt like that then. It's my job now to exercise my influence and share with this is who I'm going to endorse. Am I going to do that again this year? That answer is no. I'm not going to do that, because what I realized, what that caused back then was something that tears me up in my guts back then and now, which is division. And that got me. And the takeaway after that, months and months and months, I started to realize, like, oh man, that caused an incredible amount of division in our country. So I realize now, going into this election, I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that, because my goal is to bring our country together. I believe in that in my DNA. So in the spirit of that, there's going to be no endorsement. Not that I'm afraid of it at all, but it's just I realize that this level of influence, I'm going to keep my politics to myself. And I think it's between me and the ballot box. But I will tell you this. While, like a lot of us out there, not trusting of all politicians, I do trust the American people. And I trust that whoever they vote for, that's going to be my president, and that's who I'm going to support 100%.
As you mentioned, you're very influential. To the point of this, we talked about it. Mm-hmm. You running for president. People talk about it. You've talked about it.
Yes.
So are you going to ever seriously run for president? Answer that question seriously, consider it seriously, and and make that
Sure.
that mountaintop run
Sure.
for president?
As of now, no. That's not my intention. Will, I'm not a politician. I'm not into politics. I care deeply about our country. I'm a patriot, and I believe you are too, as well. And right now, my desire and my priorities are my babies and school drop-offs and pickups and things like that. That's important to me. I also feel like in the spirit of bringing people together and bringing our country together, I don't know if that's the right move at this point. Possible. I don't know. So truth is,
As of now, you said.
as of now.
So, what I would say to you guys is this. First of all, I do believe this man is a good man who wants to do well. A lot of people ask about Maui. I can say firsthand, he gave millions of dollars away to thousands of people. And for what it's worth, I called him and Nick Khan, the president of WWE, and they called Dana White. And I knew of a gym that got burned down in Lahaina. And I said, listen, this guy needs his gym rebuilt. He needs everything. And it was 2 seconds. It was stop, done. And they sent it. It'll be there next week. Everything they need, the punching bags, the heavy bags, the speed bags.
Good man.
These people want to do well for America.
He's such a good person, isn't
Right.
he?
And the thing is, it's not an athlete running for president. He's a businessman.
Yeah, he
How many
is.
different awards he has in the water? Everything across.
UFL, WWE, movie star, Termana Tequila, which we burned through a little bit during that interview.
Seriously?
Drinking on the job.
Yeah. So he's an independent, I think, in every spirit of the word. And I think he's a fascinating man. By the way, we talked about his family. We talked about what he wants to leave behind on this earth when it's all said and done. We got deep, and it was an hour. And so I'd encourage everyone, check out the Will Cain Show today. It's on YouTube. It's on
If
FoxNews.com.
he ran, did he say what party he would run with? Would he be an
He
independent?
did not say what party that he would
He's
run.
got no label.
By the way, I do think there are ambitions beyond simply building a business.
He's only 51.
Yeah.
He has time.